Welcome to this presentation on how to write the CIPD Level 7 questions for 7HR01 assessment for 2024-25. You can visit our website by clicking on link provided in comment sections or chat with us on WhatsApp on clicking link to get best expert help. You will find how to write this question in this video. Kindly subscribe us to and message us on. The three primary perspectives on employment relations are unitarist, pluralist, and radical. The unitarist view sees the organization as an integrated and harmonious whole with a single source of authority. Conflict is perceived as disruptive and irrational. The pluralist perspective acknowledges the presence of different interest groups, most notably management and workers, and sees conflict as inevitable and manageable through institutional processes like collective bargaining. The radical view, stemming from Marxist thought, considers conflict as inherent to the capitalist system, where exploitation of labor is central. It emphasizes power imbalances and systemic inequality. Understanding these perspectives is crucial for people professionals as it shapes how workplace conflict is approached, how employee voice is valued, and the overall HR strategy. Each model influences management styles, union relations, and organizational culture. Recognizing the strengths and limitations of each helps in selecting the right approach based on the context of the organization. The unitarist approach, adopted by many organizations, emphasizes unity and shared goals. Under this model, the organization operates as a cohesive entity with management and employees working together towards common objectives. Conflict is seen as a result of poor communication or misunderstanding, not structural issues. As such, HR professionals play a key role in reinforcing company values, promoting teamwork, and resolving disputes quickly to maintain harmony. Employee voice is typically channeled through direct communication, rather than through unions. This approach supports a top-down management style, where leaders are seen as benevolent and decision-making is centralized. In this context, people professionals often focus on training, engagement initiatives, and internal branding. The unitarist model suits organizations with strong leadership, clear goals, and a stable workforce. However, it may overlook legitimate employee grievances and limit opportunities for collective bargaining, potentially leading to suppressed dissatisfaction and disengagement if not managed carefully. The pluralist perspective recognizes the organization as a collection of different interest groups, primarily management and employees. This approach accepts conflict as natural and even necessary for progress and innovation. It supports the presence of trade unions and structured negotiation processes like collective bargaining. People professionals operating within this framework act as mediators, ensuring that both management and employee voices are heard. They help establish procedures to handle disputes fairly, such as grievance systems, joint consultation committees, and union representation. The pluralist model promotes transparency, communication, and formal conflict resolution, which can lead to better working relationships and increased trust. It can also foster a culture of mutual respect and partnership. While it may be more complex and time-consuming to manage, especially in highly unionized environments, the pluralist approach can result in more sustainable outcomes through consensus and shared decision-making, benefiting long-term organizational health and employee satisfaction. The radical perspective is deeply influenced by Marxist ideology and views employment relations through the lens of systemic inequality. It argues that conflict is inherent within capitalist systems, where the interests of employers and employees are fundamentally opposed. Employers seek to maximize profits, often at the expense of labor rights and fair wages, leading to exploitation and structural inequalities. People professionals operating under or responding to a radical framework must be aware of the broader socioeconomic context. This includes understanding the implications of wage disparities, precarious work, and the suppression of unions. HR may face challenges in balancing organizational goals with ethical labor practices. A radical critique often calls for more democratic workplaces, labor reforms, and social justice initiatives. While most mainstream organizations do not explicitly adopt a radical stance, its principles can inform advocacy for fair labor standards, equal opportunity, and employee empowerment, pushing HR toward a more ethical and inclusive practice. In evaluating the organization's approach to employment relations, it's clear that it predominantly follows a unitarist model. This is evident from the centralized decision-making processes, minimal union involvement, and strong emphasis on company loyalty and internal engagement programs. The HR team prioritizes maintaining a positive organizational culture, offering various communication platforms like town halls and employee surveys to reinforce alignment with strategic goals. However, this approach is not without its drawbacks. While it promotes cohesion and reduces overt conflict, it may also marginalize alternative viewpoints and discourage open expression of dissatisfaction. Without robust mechanisms for collective voice, underlying issues may remain unaddressed. Additionally, employees may feel disempowered if their concerns are filtered solely through management channels. A more balanced approach, perhaps integrating pluralist principles, could enhance trust, increase transparency, and lead to more sustainable workforce relationships. This critical evaluation helps highlight areas for development in the organization's people strategy.